Oh, 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 oh. Edges late, hoop swing, lip gloss and a laugh. I walk in like Sunday, but I've been through some wrath. They see soft, see sweet, figure I'm easy to bend. They don't see me in the mirror trying to hold my own hand. Don't let my smile fool you. I've been breaking in the
Good evening, everyone. We started the show early tonight. I had to because I was working on something and I'm trying to try something different. So I started the show at 8 o'clock. So please forgive me if you don't just come in right now. That's fine. I'm not upset about it. You are good. Um, I just got to make sure you guys can hear me. I'm like this. I got to hear my voice. So I wanted to make sure you guys, well, you know what? The best thing to do is turn on my doggone listening, right? So let's see here. We're going to talk about some real deep stuff tonight. And I want to make sure that we get some things talked about and taken care of here. Because there is a lot of times things are being said and done and it's not done correctly. So later on in the show, we're definitely going to have some guests come on and talk about a situation that happened um, recently. And they want to clear up some things so that people will understand what is going on. Okay. Hold up here. Let me make sure I am here. Let me see, you guys. Situation that happened. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to do that so I can hear myself. Yeah. We're going to talk about that and we're going to get into some other things. A lot of things have happened since we've been gone. First of all, I want to welcome us all back to the Kevin B. Frank Show. I know, like I said, I know I came on early. That's because I needed to. And like I said, later on in the show, we will definitely be having some guests come in and they want to clear up some things. As you see, the name of the show is Crackers Get Away With It. That was not me. My 10 bands came up with that name for the show. So please forgive you. No, you don't have to forgive nobody. Okay. We're going to get into some things. I haven't really truly been keeping up with a lot of stuff that's been going on in Alexandria lately or in the Rapides Parish area too much. So if anybody want to come in and talk about that kind of stuff, that's fine with me. Because I really have been like out of sync with a lot of things. I needed a break, you guys, because I do this stuff nonstop. So I took some time away and I hadn't completely left the scene, but I kind of took myself out of some spaces that I needed to take myself out of. And I'm really kind of trying to get back into how I need to start getting back in my flow. As you can see, gave the show, I gave us another name because it's not just me doing this. It is a group of us doing this. So we do have a crew. We're doing, I noticed that Nat has been on a roll. He's part of our group, our little group, and he has been on a roll. And I am so happy that he has pushing the narrative about voting, pushing the narrative about this upcoming election, getting people to start really looking at stuff. He surprised me with something he told me. He said he was talking to a group of educated people, and these educated people didn't know a lot of things. And so he came out with a program called The Process, and he's been kind of touting that for a while now. And I hope he continues to do that because the more and more you say it, the easier for people to understand it and continue to do it. Taking the process, because we go to the city council meetings all the time, right? And we go and we talk, and we sit and you guys see us sometimes go up there and y'all think we're just ranting and raving. You can guarantee you we've already done our homework prior to us going to that podium and talking and saying what we have talked, what we need to say. We're making, not only letting people know when we do this show, we're also letting people know that we pay attention and we are learning and we are doing the research. So when we do come up there, they can't really just say that we're saying something untrue, because the stuff that we're finding out is stuff that is already in the, it's in black and white. It's in their on their websites, okay? It's in the paperwork, it's in their agendas of the things that they've already talked about, situations and issues that they already talked about, right? So we're not bringing up stuff that we're just making up, right? We're bringing up stuff that they have already said and either reneged on or lied about. So people get upset when we bring stuff like that to the forefront. And I don't get it. I don't know why they do it, but that's fine. If they want to be the ones who deny and say it didn't happen, it's in their black and white. You know, just like we talked about, they still don't have a freezing policy in place. We're in the middle of winter right now, and it has been cold. But I noticed that some places opened up warming stations. Well, you should have done that. That shouldn't even been a thought in your mind not to do. If you really about the human people, if you really about doing what's right for the people, that's an automatic. Just like it's an automatic for cooling station. Hello, good evening. It's automatic for all these things that should already be in place. You should plan ahead. Well, we know, check out the weather. Okay, so we know that it's going to be hot, 101 degrees. So we know already to get a hold to everybody who has a cooling station and make sure all the people who have cooling stations are set up. Same with warming stations. Make sure you're talking to other groups or organizations that have warming stations to let them know, hey, tell other people if they don't live in that area, they can come over to our warming stations. All of that should already be in place. That should be something natural, because weather changes, right? And we have a large amount of homeless people out there that don't have shelter, you know? So there shouldn't be no sitting up having committee meetings and talking about it. Just make it happen, you know? Make it happen. It's just amazing how we have to have all these committee meetings. It's common sense. If you have a heart and a soul and a conscience, those things should be an automatic. Get a hold to Salvation Army, the homeless shelter, whoever. Hey, you guys got warming stations set up? Hey, well, if you don't, we do. Okay, great. You got a warming station. Come on, let's do this. It shouldn't be no haven't decided. You should be having that information out as soon as winter hit. You should have a list of warming stations automatically. When it gets warm, right? You should already have a set of places where people can get cool at. It shouldn't be all this back and forth. It shouldn't be wait until somebody say this before you do it. Just do it. And if you have the opportunity to give out fans to the elderly, you know, it's not. It is not. You're right, Miss Battles. Hello, Miss Battles. Yeah, it is not complicated at all. Those are simple things. If you have an organization that can give away fans, give away fans. Put the fans where people can get cool. I know heaters is a little bit different because that can be dangerous. Sometimes, it's all right if you know exactly who needs them and you trust them with one. But even with heating, if people homes need heat, which is sad that we're talking about this for people who have homes, and especially homes that they don't own. If they rent homes, they should have some sort of cooling or heating element in that house. It shouldn't be that you have to give away fans and heaters to people who live in homes, who actually have places to live. And they're renting their homes and they don't have any way to stay cool or stay warm. That's crazy. That's the landlord's problem. So this stuff is common sense. So it shouldn't be anybody having to figure out getting in committees and associations to make this stuff happen. Just make it happen. Just make it happen, you know? So you won't have all this. You won't have all this going back and forth and deciding what needs to be done. Just do it. If you have an opportunity to do it, just do it. We gotta stop. And then we gotta step up. You know, I know this has been a big old thing about these churches, right? And how these churches have been, sort of silent on a lot of things. And then a lot of the church members get upset with you when you put it out there that the things that they're supposed to be doing, they're not doing it. Okay. A lot of times, things that need to be seen, or need to be talked about in our churches are not talked about. And I talk about this all the time. Even your churches should have, if you have a life center, your life center should be a warming or cooling station for some people. They don't have to stay in there all night if you don't want them to, that's fine. But at least give them enough time to get cooled down or warmed up. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you guys, I got the hiccups. If you want to serve like some hot soup or something, have that available. So I don't know, maybe it's just me and I'm sitting at home behind a computer, and behoove me ever doing this type of work. I've never volunteered to work at anything like this, but because I can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about it because I've actually done the work. I've actually volunteered. I've actually been in these places, right? So I am just saying a lot of things can definitely be changed. A lot of things can make it simple. And people are like, well, it's not that simple. You can't let this person in. You can't let that person in. Well, you know what? If you're so worried about them doing something, then why don't you have security? Okay, get security in there. You know, get security, and don't worry about anything. Don't make excuses for not being able to become human and use your conscience and have a soul and a heart. Don't get upset about that. Okay, if that bothers you, then maybe that's not what you want to do. 10 bands, thank you for coming in. Where are you at in 10 bands? I would love to see you on here. You can step in anytime. You guys, we have a special guest coming in later on. Hopefully they'll be able to come in. If they show up on here, I've already sent them the link to come in and talk about something, an incident that happened. Um, so we're going to definitely do that. Another thing, like I said, Tavares, I want to also talk about, excuse me, you want to play Nat's video on here so we can do that and then kind of go elaborate on it. If Nat's available, he'll come in. I know he was on the road, so if you want to go ahead and bring that up, you can do that too. Um, you guys, I want to tell you, I forgot to tell you, Tavares, I don't know if you know, but Universal Collective Network has a birthday this month. I think it's this month. Yeah, it's this month. We are 9 years in. I need an applause. Can you give me an applause? 9 years in, as of, I think it's January. I gotta look it up because now I'm getting panicky. Let me see here. I want to make sure I get the right date. Let's see here. When were we established? Let's see here. Uh, let's see. Give me a second here, y'all. I need to see when we were established. Uh, give me a second. Uh, uh, uh. Um, let's see. Let's see.
I think I just hit the applause button. Hello? Hello?
What day were we established? Oh, we missed our birthday, you guys. Our birthday was December the 11th. Oh my God, we missed our birthday. We're a whole month late. Yesterday, we're 31 days late for our birthday. Our birthday now is 9 years. 9 years,
Can you hear me?
yay! Because for
Can you
some
hear me?
reason
Hello?
my what's the
Hello?
name don't play. Let me see if I can make it clap,
She can't
like
hear
they
me.
say. Let's make it clap. Let's see if it'll clap.
No.
Give me a second.
Come on. Hello?
Mr. T, are you there?
Yeah, you can't
Tell me if you guys can hear that. Can you hear that clap?
hear me. You can't. She can't hear us.
Cause let me see. Let me go in here. Cause I can't hear nothing. Hold up here.
She can't. She can't hear us at all.
Hold up. You hear that clap?
Yeah.
She can't hear this. Just let me see. Let me go in here. Cause I can't hear nothing. Okay. Hold up. She can't hear us at all. I can't hear you guys. You hear that clap? Nope. Yeah, she can't hear this. Just let me see. Let me. See, okay, Tavares, I could hear you when I pulled you up on my phone, but I can't. I told you it was something not connected, so I can't hear you at all. So I don't know what I did wrong. Can you hear me? Let me go. The only way I'm gonna be able to hear you. Okay. She can't hear us at all. I can't hear you guys. No. Just let me see. See, okay, Tavares, I could hear you when I pulled you up on my phone, but I can't. I told you it was something not connected, so I can't hear you at all. So I don't know what I did. Oh, okay, so you can hear the clap. Okay. Can you hear me? Let me go. The only way I'm going to be able to hear you. I can't hear you guys. No. See, okay, Tavares, I can hear you when I pulled you up on my phone, but I can't. I told you it was something not connected, so I can't hear you at all. Okay. So I don't know what I did. Okay, so you can hear the clap. Okay. Can you hear me? Let me go. The only way I'm going to be able to hear you. Okay. So, okay, great. It's a lot, because, okay, gotcha. I turned it down. That's because I have my microphone and my live on my phone on. Because I tried to tell my son I did not. Something is not is connecting. So there's an issue going on. So and I can't hear you guys at all. So I don't know how we're going to do this tonight because I can't hear. The only way I can do this is if I turn this up. So what I think I can't even do that because then that's gonna mess that up if I rehook that up right there. I don't know what happened. But anyway, let's go ahead and hey, so Tavares, can you talk? Let me see without turning it up.
Yeah, but I mean, for what? You can't hear me.
The only way I can do this is if I turn this up. So what I think I'm going to, I can't even do that.
You gotta change the speakers.
I don't know.
It's like sending a word into the
But
past.
anyway, let's go ahead and hey, so Tavares, can you talk? Yeah, but I mean, for what? So I think I'm going to. You gotta change the speakers. It's like sending a word into the past. Let's go ahead and hey, so Tavares. Okay, let me see something. Okay.
Well, folks, I guess we'll take a little intermission. That shit hurt my ears. I'm gonna call it on the phone. Let me see if I can play a clip or something. No, no. Oh, there you go. Sound like a little. Excuse the interruption. We apologize. I gotta call her because she obviously can't hear us. It's gonna be counterproductive. Happy New Year's, everybody. If y'all celebrate the New Year's at this time of year. Happy New Year's. I'm trying to find this damn video. Shit. It's, I can't find the something. Let's see. I don't know what to let's see. What is it?
Oh, oh, oh,
Turn that damn AI, boy. I tell you what. She's making some shit
edges
there.
late, hoop swing, lip gloss and a laugh. I walking like Sunday, but I've been through some wrath. They see soft, see sweet, figure I'm easy to bend. They don't see me in the mirror trying to hold my own head. Don't let my smile fool you. I've been breaking in the
Well, I was just trying to call you. Yes, I don't know what you got going over there, but you need to go in the StreamYard. Go in the StreamYard, pull up the audio. When you pull up the audio panel, okay, so what does it say? It says microphone, it says speaker, right? All right. So Can you hear me on StreamYard? Okay. Okay. That's now. Now you can hang up the phone. Now you can hear us. We can hear you. Okay, can you hear me now? Hello? Barely. Turn your mic up. I hear a lot of air. Yeah, I hear a lot of air. Like something ain't plugged in all the way. Unplug the microphone and plug it back in. Shit. Sorry, problems from long distance. I'm not technical support. Yeah, where's the microphone that you're talking into? Tap it. Tap the microphone. We can't hear that. No, we can't hear you at all. You're plugged into a whole nother microphone right now. Like the audio input is a whole different mic. It's not the USB microphone. At least it's not that USB microphone. No, no, we can hear you, but that's the wrong mic. No, that's the wrong mic too. I don't know, bro. That's the wrong mic too. I don't even know what kind of mic that is picking up, but I can hear you just barely. Yeah, but you can hear me in your headphones, right? All right, now go back into the audio interface and change the microphone input.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
Change it again.
If I change it again,
Is that the USB microphone?
actually it's the USB camera. It's through my webcam.
Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. Okay, we'll settle for that. We're on
She
now.
said we can hear you now.
Now
Okay.
everything's good now. Yeah, it's all good now. Now you can hear
We
us. We can hear
apologize.
you.
We apologize. Okay, I had the pleasure of being invited to one of the friends and family sessions on Friday. Okay, let me see what happened here. We apologize, you guys. We had some issues. I'm still
All
here.
right.
I can't hear
Hold
you.
on,
Okay,
hold on. Yeah, let's get all. We got all that. We got all that.
I can barely hear
I
you.
had. Yeah. Well, then that's your fault.
Okay, smartass.
I had the pleasure of being invited to one of the friends and family sessions on Friday. Is that Olive Garden? Oh, okay. Hold on. I am still here. I can't hear anything, but while we have a moment, does anyone has anyone fought through the has anyone fought through the crowd to get to the local eatery known as Olive Garden? I heard that the line was wrapped around the corner. They had pulled out the limousines. There was some red carpet involved, and I just called that a cheap date. I just call it a cheap date. You know what I mean? That's too much for a cheap date. We had scheduled times. It was very nice. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it was nice. I'm pretty sure it was nice. I'm pretty sure it was. Very nice for a first date. Yeah, okay. Damn, they had scheduled times to come in? Hello?
Oh, thank you.
Now she's back and can't hear us.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Tavares?
Yeah, you can't hear us.
I can hear you.
Oh, well, go ahead on with the commentary.
Okay. Okay. I like real Italian. She said, I don't eat that. So you didn't partake in the celebration of an Olive Garden, which is a 30-year-old restaurant that's been everywhere else but to Alexandria? Oh
It's great
gosh.
for a second date too, by the way.
Yeah. And look, find out. I would like to know how much those people get paid. That's what I'm interested in. What is the employee rate? How much do they get paid? Is it $7.25 an hour? Or is it $10, $15 an hour? Did you see the interview with the man today who had his child out of school and brought his wife? No. For what? Food no seasoning. She said breadsticks good though. Food no seasoning. Well, it depends on who's in the background. Y'all know how that works. If they don't look like us, it ain't no seasoning. Let me quit. I shouldn't say that. But anyway, you guys, okay.
What's the name of tonight's show?
You said you named it Crackers Get With It. Get Away With It. That's what you said.
That's not what I said.
Yes, it was. You did, because I asked you twice. Don't try to pretend like it ain't you. You
no,
did it.
You didn't even say it right. So I don't quote somebody up that you did.
Okay, then get somebody else to say it. How about that?
I just wanted to talk about John Callis.
I know you want to talk about
one of the former Gator Board commissioners. And I want to talk about how last Christmas he got pulled over for a DUI.
Okay.
And that nobody heard anything about it. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody knows anything about it. You know what I mean? We're the only ones and he was a commissioner at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just saying, like, when black people break the law, I look at how many times we've all collectively watched or known about how them crackers get away with it. Crackers be getting away with it, bro. They do. They do. They get away with not paying their taxes. They get away with starving the black community. Them crackers get away with it, bro. Them crackers get away with it. And I can't say it's their fault. Cause I listen, and I'm not one to be like, so pro-black that I'm anti-white, but I'm pro-black, you know what I'm saying, regardless. If my pro-blackness happens to bump up against anti-white, then, so be it. I'm prepared for that. I'm not saying that's what it is right now, though, but I'm okay with my pro-blackness of bumping up against anti-whiteness. I ain't saying that it is. I'm just saying I'm okay with it. Because we live in a simulation where we are programmed to believe that they're allowed, regardless of whatever it is. I'm talking about Bernie Madoff, Donald Trump, goddamn Jeff Landry, Jock Roy, Jim Villard, goddamn Redix Washington. Well, he's not really a cracker, but yeah, he is on the inside. So these crackers get away with it. And John Callis is one of those crackers that got away with it on Christmas. Because I know, had there been anybody else, even if they had been Mr. Porter, they would have plastered it all over the news. KLAB would have been on top of it. Hell, goddamn Urbicast didn't even say nothing about it. We did, though. We know that John Callis went to jail on Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken, last year for driving drunk. The same guy that comes on Facebook and types these long-ass paragraphs about the financial condition of Gator and how people should something, whatever the fuck you be talking about, that guy got arrested for a DUI on Christmas Eve because he was driving by himself trying to get away from his wife, I guess. I don't know. Didn't want to be around his kids. I just want people to keep that in mind while we over here trying to criminalize and demonize folks. Just keep that in mind. And then he didn't even stay in jail that long. Matter of fact, they had pulled him over. It took them 3 hours to put him in jail. But we don't want to talk about that. And I'm cool with that. But just remember, John Callis went to jail for drunk driving. And them crackers do be getting away with it.
Sometime. Hello, Latasha. Hello, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Okay, so Latasha has a story she wants to be able to tell. I don't know if she's gonna. Latasha, I sent you the link to the show, so I don't know if you can call in or not. But I'm gonna pull up the story, and I want you to help us with it. Okay? Make sure she can hear me. So we're gonna go and pick up the KLB story real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Okay, give me a second. I'm coming. Okay. So listen to this, and then I'm gonna let Miss Latasha clear some stuff up for you guys.
Mom, hurry up. I'm coming. We're gonna be late.
Did you start vaping to quit smoking, but still feel stuck? Vaping isn't harmless. Even occasional use can damage your lungs, increase your risk of heart problems, and make quitting harder over time. Take control of your health. Quitting vaping improves your energy and overall well-being. And it's never too late to start. Visit quitwithusla.org for resources to help you quit for good, for yourself, your health, and your future.
A stolen handgun, marijuana, and $76,000 in cash were recovered during a search warrant in the 3800 block of Ellis Street. That's according to the Alexandria Police Department. APD, along with Louisiana State Police and Louisiana Probation and Parole, executed the search warrant Monday morning around 6 a.m. Marquise Dorsey, 24, was arrested and charged with distribution of CDS-1, but additional charges are still pending.
Okay, that's one video. So, Miss Latasha is in the room, and she's going to talk about this situation because this happened to her. All right. So, Miss Latasha, tell everybody what happened to you. If you can write it in there, since I sent you the link for you to call in on.
Yeah, I don't think that's that. Like you don't listen.
Excuse
She
me?
got the link. Yeah, you don't. You don't. It's all right.
I can't hear you,
Uh,
Pumpkin. I can't hear you talking.
yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Um, don't. She got the information.
Yes, she has the information.
Okay,
She can.
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's enough. That's all she needs is
Okay,
the information.
I can't, honey. You got to talk into the phone. I can't. I
That's
mean,
why. That's all she needs is the information.
okay. So I
Whenever
sent
she's
it
ready,
to
yeah,
you,
she's
Latasha.
got it. She's got it.
No, she
She's
don't,
got
because
it.
she just said, "Where's the link, Tavares?" Be quiet. I sent it to you in the what's the name? But I can send it to you in here too. Here, there you go, baby. So while we're waiting, um, we can. It's right there, baby. I just put it up there for you. Just to show you how whenever we see these kind of stories like this, y'all, make sure you know the whole thing, okay? Because a lot of stuff that they're telling you guys, whenever they say they seized this and they did that and they pay attention to it, and most of the time people don't, you know, only a certain few people know what's behind the story, right? So they'll put it out here like they've done some big thing when the ideal that when they actually done something, it's not the whole story. Okay, it's more to the story. So Lily is in here telling us, Lily, that's actually my nickname too, believe it or not. Lily says here, I'm hoping she can get on the link and call in. She says the guns was her sister's, right? And they were registered and they were legal. They seized the guns. Um, it says that, okay. She said, okay. She said, let me see. Let me go here. Okay. It says now she has Lily has a nephew that is a paraplegic. And the weed, which means he has a license or a card to have medical marijuana. So the marijuana was his. The other thing, that other big bag, was not. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, whenever it comes to KLB, was not theirs at all. That belonged to a friend. The friend is actually now in jail because of it, because he claimed it was his. Right? See, that's how you got to be careful. Um, it says here, um, Lily is the auntie. That's Latasha's sister. Y'all know Latasha. She's on here all the time. Now, if she can call in, she can also verify or piggyback off of what was told to me. Like I said, Her nephew, Latasha's nephew, is a paraplegic. He's in a wheelchair. He can have medical marijuana. Okay? She gave them permission to come into the home because she didn't have nothing to worry about. So they were able to come in. First off, they banged in the door after you can come in. They banged in the door, knocked the door down off the hinges, sent in a drone. They came fully loaded with shotguns, the whole 9 yards. Okay? They had a drone come in. I think Miss Lily, correct me if I'm saying this wrong. You got hit in the head with the drone and you got a knot on your head, right? Oh, first they said they had the wrong address. Had to hit her in the head with the drone. Okay? Had them outside with only their night clothes on. No shoes. There we go. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Come off mute. There we go. Where you at?
Hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can
Okay,
hear you.
I finally got it.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you tell the story.
Okay, what we starting from the beginning?
Yeah, start from the beginning.
Okay. Well, first off, we were sleeping. And my nephew, he wasn't even here. And the next thing you know, I wakes up to lights in my eyes, and I swatted at it because I'm thinking it's the kids playing with that drone, because we do have some that we got them for Christmas. So the next thing you know, I hear a loud banging in trucks outside, and then next thing you know, I hear my nephew hollering from the other side, my other nephew hollering from the other side. Don't shoot him. So, I'm like, what's going on? And they was like, we have a warrant. I said, a warrant for who and for what? Well, we're going to explain to you in a minute. I said, well, okay. And then they kept on telling everybody to, put their hands up, and, everybody complied with them, and they, came on out and everything, even though they ain't, give us time enough to get nothing together. It was cold this morning, and we came on out just like that. So, all right, they in here, doing whatever they want to do in here. Okay. And after that, Marquise had came on up. Okay. Marquise didn't have anything but money. He didn't have anything but money. There was everything that they had confiscated out here. For one, the gun was mine. There is pictures of me with this gun. I had been purchased that gun. And the only reason why it came up stolen was because when I was working, going to work, when I was living at my old residence, okay, I had to report a break-in. Okay, I didn't have time to look for it, and when I got off work later that evening, I went and looked for it, and I was cleaning up and everything, and I found it, and I was okay, no big deal. All right, so fast forward to today, when I got out of jail, I asked them, I say, where is my guns at? And they say, well, mama, your gun's not in everything not what it's supposed to be at. I said, okay. They said they took them. I said, well, why would they take my guns, go in my personal belongings and take my guns when they are registered in my name? They're illegal. They are not for Marquise. They got everything set up there like it's for Marquise. That is not for my Marquise. The only thing that is for Marquise is the money. Okay, that little the thing of weed that they got, that was for my other nephew who's a paraplegic, and he has one of those what you call it, those cards, weed cards that you get from the doctor, you know, and that was his. Okay, and the other stuff that they got that from the other little boy that was outside, and the little boy told them that was his. So all that stuff that they got and those bullets in the bag, that was belonging to somebody that was here, and that was gave to them, you know, for to go hunting with. So none of that stuff was for Marquise. The only thing that was for Marquise was the money. And I called Detective Butler myself, and I told him, you know, and he said, wait, I had to wait until they cleared the gun for me to get it back. So all these things that they're trying to put on Marquise, that's not true. How they trying to make it seem like they just got him on all this stuff and other charges, Marquise, these are old charges. The charges that they pulled up, every charge that they got, I got that way back. That fine is from way back when I was in my 20s, and I'm 45 now. So, which I shouldn't have never, you know, had none of that, because I left on only knowing that I had probation to do. And I did that because I don't mess around like that. Okay. And the other people that they took, they went and because they couldn't find nothing in here what they was looking for, they went and found something. They went and found something, and they put it on him like it was all for him. That's not true. That is not true. Can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you. I was on mute, so I wouldn't have no background noise. Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely not true. It's not true at all. And I don't like the way that they worded that, the way they tried to make him look, because Marquise did his time. Okay, he only had 14 days left on parole, and this would have been over with. So he's going to do his 14 days. And while they trying to say that other charges could be added, what other charges are there to be added? Because as for him being here, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. So I don't know what they talking about with that. You know, these people are weird.
So sometimes, you guys, when you see these kind of stories, make sure, like you said, Miss Battles, check and see what's really behind what's going on with these stories. Okay. There's actually another video. I think she said her nephew did, but I need to know what Facebook page it's on, because I don't have that.
It's so under Keys. I sent it to you.
Okay, let me go check and see.
And he came in, and this right here, what you're seeing is not from the beginning. It's like a little while after. And he was upset because of the way they came in and tried to handle me and, you know, my sisters. No, because we are all, you know, everybody in here is going through something. We're all, you know, sickly. My sister, she have congestive heart failure. You know, my other sister, she going through, you know, her battling her sickness. You know, I'm fixed to get ready to have my surgery this week. And then they tried to, and like I kept telling them, they tried to make you know, us lay down and stuff. I told him I wouldn't fit to lay no down. No, I'm not. I'm not laying no down.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
gonna go ahead and play it. Let me put it on the screen.
yeah.
Who? Right here. Hands up, above your head. My hands up. Man, my hands up. Walk back here. Walk back here. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Don't shoot me like that. Keep walking back. Don't look at me. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. Here, I'm gonna put your phone right here. All right. That's right. Push your hands off. Hey, walk to me. No, you walk to me slowly. Let me see your other hand. Let me see your other hand. Walk straight to me. All right, walk this guy over here. Turn around. Turn around. Anybody else back there? I don't know. On hallway right. Two right. Come. Hallway clear. Yes, sir. Yeah. Pass. Got it. Weed in the pouch. Hand. Show me your hand, bro. Good on. Hey, I'm gonna start deconflicting on these back doors.
Hey, just FYI, we still have a clear unit paralyzed.
We got another guy in here too. Oh, this is pretty black.
Yeah, I guess that was that window. I can see.
Yeah. The door, we can see out of it. It's very clear. All right, we're gonna escort y'all out.
That was just so quick. So loud. So did the wrong. They can reach the door early as fuck. Who said it was wrong? They were wrong.
So y'all saw what happened, right? Yeah, they did it. Okay, did you see him in there? Did y'all see that guy in there? Where did she go? Okay, there she go. Okay. Did y'all see that guy in there? Yeah, he in the live. Yeah, because we already seen his face. We saw his face. Hold up, let me. Yeah. Headlines make you think my buddy was a cartel. Yeah, you're right, now. You're right. And the thing is, can you hear me?
Well, they was mad because they ain't had nothing to get.
Mm-hmm.
They were very upset and then had the audacity to say that it might have had been next door. No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That to me like they had the wrong house. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
Y'all came just where y'all intended to come to.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nothing here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way that
but you gotta remember now. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was saying now they made that money look like he was dealing drugs. That's what they wanted to do. That's why they put it like that. And then if you notice how they put those drugs that wasn't his right next to the money to make it look like that was his money. And then the you got to remember now, there was the bullets. You got to look at the idea that the gun was like that. You got to look. They made that into a story to make it look exactly what they wanted it to look like. When
Right.
if you
Right.
guys would have never explained that, it would have been a problem.
Right. You are
Yeah,
exactly right. That's what they set out to make it look like.
yeah, yeah.
And
Exactly.
and in all, nothing didn't belong to him but the money. Mind you, he was saving his money up from the last time he got out of jail. Okay?
Yeah.
To move, to start his life, you know.
hmm But the thing is, and if they're talking about other charges are pending, then he needs to know what those other charges are. To be honest with you,
Right. There
because
are
you
no
know
other
what? Let me tell you
charges.
about the DA. The DA will make up some shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and he only had 11
that's the
weeks, I
power they
think.
have to make up
He
some
had
stuff on you.
days.
14 more days, and he'll be off parole.
Uh huh.
14 more days, and he'll be off parole.
Now, Latasha,
And
they're
he was
after.
upset. He was very upset and asking them, say, why y'all always messing with me? You know, he didn't understand, even know what was going on.
hmm Now the
And
question
they
is,
going
did you?
by hearsay.
And me
Okay,
neither at this
did you
point.
did you see the warrant, Latasha? That's what they want to know.
Did I see the one talking about when they first came?
Yeah.
When they first came, baby, I was asleep.
No, no,
I was
no.
asleep
Did you see
all.
the warrant eventually?
No, I wasn't the one who answered the door. I was asleep.
Oh, okay.
When I got up, all I seen was, which, like I said, I thought it was the kids playing with that drone that we had got them for Christmas, and I swatted it out of my face, and that's when I heard loud bangs, and I seen um the gas and the spray being thrown inside the house, and I say, well, what's going on? So I stood up, and they was like, no, don't move. They gonna shoot you. I say, shoot me for what? Because mind you, I'm still asleep, really. You know, I say, shoot me for what? And then that's when I heard my nephew saying, put your hands up, put your hands up. I say, my hands is up. You know, what's going on? And then they said, well, like I say, we'll tell y'all when y'all come out. So they got us out here and it's freezing cold, with no shoes on, you know.
Wait a
Then
minute.
they
Okay, wait, Latasha. So Lily just said that the warrant was for 3800 Ellis and not your address?
they had on their 3800 block. But on the warrant itself, it does have the address on there. If you look at it,
Okay.
it does have the address on there.
Okay.
In the right hand, if I'm not mistaken. Look in the right hand. It does have the address on there.
Okay. Okay.
But they put on there 3800 block.
Okay. Okay.
And see, what you're not gonna do is make folks look bad, try and make folks look bad and make things look what they don't, what is not.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, they did that. And just imagine how many times they've done that. Do that little scenario where they put everything together to make it look like it's one thing. So now when you guys, and it's not KLB, y'all. Let's break this down. It's not
No, it's not.
KLB that does that. That's the police department. They're just
'Cause that's
whatever the police department tells them to tell us is what they do.
right.
Okay?
Because we kept asking them, everybody kept asking them, what's going on? What's going on? And they didn't say what was going on until, they had then destroyed the house, broke 2 doors, and all this for nothing. for nothing.
And everything
For
was
nothing.
accounted for. Now, okay, if
Everything,
I'm
yeah.
not mistaken, now correct me if I'm wrong. You said that somebody had told them that somebody was selling marijuana out the house.
That's correct. They said that when I was in the police car, they did say that. They say they had somebody had said that they had got a QP from this address and they confiscated it and asked them who was the person that gave it to them, and they said my nephew gave it to him. How my nephew, how he gave you something that he don't have?
Yeah, that was just an excuse to get in there, to get that
You
warrant,
know,
to get them 14 days.
well, he gonna take them 14 days because that's what he said. He gonna
Well,
take them 14 days and he
see,
gonna go head on and go after that and start his life like he was gonna do.
and see, this is what bothers me so much, and this is why we speak about our young black men and women. They target them. I was talking, and Nat, if you're not, if you don't, if you're not mistaken, in 10, remember when we did the numbers on the convicted felons in Alexandria, how many there are, and we even broke it down by race, and I think we have the most convicted felons in Alexandria. You guys got to understand, and I know everybody has their situations going on in their lives. I'm not knocking that. I am not prejudging anybody or nothing like that. But you guys don't, you have to understand that the way that they do us, it's not always about law abiding and doing what the law says. A lot of it is humiliation. They hate us. So they find ways to humiliate us. But we also keep in mind, we open the doors to allow them to do that to us. Right?
Hey, the crackers get away with it.
So you have to understand, the second nation. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You're right. But we have to start looking at some of the decisions we make with us, the people we associate ourselves with. All of that plays a part, because if
No,
they can pin something on you, they're going to pin something on you, because that's
listen,
what they do. And it's a
listen. Can
fight.
I,
And you
can
know
I,
what they do? Because we're marginalized, we're impoverished, right? So we don't have the money to get all these lawyers, high priced lawyers, like like Tavares called them, the C's. They have the opportunity to have all that, or they know how to get away with some stuff. Well, we're not always that privy to that information or the finances to be able to get at it. So
Miss Lita, can you hear me?
they create
Can,
a culture
hello?
of us to do the things they do to us. And all we got to
She
do is
can't
get
hear.
in trouble one time.
She
That's
can't
all
hear.
we have to do. And you're forever on their humiliation list.
Yeah, can you
So
hear?
we find
She can't hear.
ourselves, and it don't always mean we're doing something wrong, because as you can see, we don't even have to be doing anything wrong. And they find ways of harassing and making our lives like hell. And people have told stories about how they've been harassed by the police. So this is not something I'm making up. I'm just kind of giving you guys the way that they do us. Once they got you in the system, they will continue to see, especially if you speak out about anything, they will find a way to get at you some kind of way, because they want to keep you quiet and docile and humiliated for having your name out there, or having you booked, or having you any way to shame you and make you feel good, bad. Okay, what do you want? Because I can't hear you. What do you want? What? Hello? Oh, he went on mute. He must didn't want anything. So thank you. So anyway, they can try to make us feel a certain kind of way. That's what they do. Okay. I'm asking him what? He's not answering me, so I don't know what to do. So he's still on mute. So I don't, he needs to come off of mute if he want to talk to me. So my thing is, so whenever we have this big old burden on our shoulder, they know how to come after it and compound it with more stuff. So they look for you to do something wrong. They'll dig 20 years ago and come after you over some 20-year-old shit, because that's what they do. Now, if they were only looking for your nephew or your son, then that's the only person who should have come out that house. Everybody else shouldn't have had to come out that house and go to jail and do none of that. Nobody else. Because if I'm not mistaken, if they were after him, that's who should have left out of the house and nobody else. That's why I said, if they want to humiliate you, they will do whatever they have to do. That was humiliation. That's all that was. That was all that was. Now just imagine how many more stories are told like that this happens to, and nobody's able to come and tell the truth about it. And you think they're going to tell the truth about it? Hell no, because they got an opportunity to humiliate you. So they're fine with that. They would.
Well, I don't have anything for them because
exactly. So
at this big age I am now, all I do is sit around with kids. So if that's harming anybody, and me taking care of my family, if that's harming anybody, then that's a sad thing. Because that's all I got for them. Because I don't get down like that. I don't rock like that. What they looking for and how they try to paint this picture of you out to be, that's not me. And it will never be me again. Never be me again.
Exactly. And even with you, and you made a very valid point. You changing, turning your life around and doing the right thing.
Right. I just had a brand new granddaughter. I've been sitting in the hospital with my daughter all a weekend and stuff. You know, I don't have time to be out there in the streets looking for trouble. That's not who I am anymore. Which that was never me. I never was one to go out and look for trouble.
Yeah. Exactly.
The people who I hung around with, they bought the trouble. But as I got older, I learned. You know, so they'll never be able to paint that image of me.
Yeah,
because that's not who I am. I'm too old for that. I got stuff that's important to me. That's more important to me than what's out there going on in the streets. Yeah. If I'm gonna be out there in the streets, I'm gonna be doing something that's, me helping the community or something like that, not tearing it apart. That's not who I am. And anybody that know me, they know me. I don't hang with people. I don't. I'm a loner.
Yeah.
When you see me with my daughters. You see me with my family. You don't see me just hanging out and here and there. That's not me. That'll never be me again. It's been years and years and years and years. Ain't nothing in this city. Nothing here to even think about the little clubs that they do have. It's not worth sitting out there. It's not worth walking into. A lot of the people you see, all my friends, a lot of the closest ones, they gone on. So it's not fun to me anyway. So I figured like this here, they can have that. They can have that. I'm out the way.
Mhm.
So if they're not gonna stop me from doing good deeds in the community.
Exactly.
So if that's what they set out to do, well, good luck with that because I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. That's not who I am. I've never been ashamed of anything I've done in my life. My parents didn't raise me like that. They always told me if you was gonna do something and you was gonna be ashamed of it, then you might as well not do it.
So
So
Lily said if they could work that hard to find out who did that hit and run on my nephew, then they would be doing a hell of a job.
and that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
They won't even give us the person name who did that.
Mhm. They won't even. Yeah. They won't even tell you who the person
And
that
this
hit and
man
run.
just killed this man just killed somebody last year.
Mhm. Yeah.
And they know who it is and will not tell the public. They will not tell the public. They won't give us the name. And that's kind of, that don't sit well with me. My sister, she's stressed out. And then on top of all that just happened to her, you turn around and do something like this here to her today. And my nephew's still in that hospital fighting for his life. Still in there. And you still got a killer on the loose that's around here running folks over. And they know the name. They so claim they can't find this person. When we go to see him at the hospital, they want to stop us at the nurse's station and say, wait. They keep on pushing it back and asking us to wait days and days. That don't sit well with me. And it don't sit well with the rest of my family members either. They just found out last night. My sister went, Lily went, because Lily had been working.
Mm-hmm.
And she was upset about it when she went to go visit him. They turned her around. So
now this is nephew. This is the son of one of your other sisters.
no. This is the same sister. My sister, my oldest sister. She's having to go through all this emotional distress. Mind you, she have congestive heart failure. I just lost my brother 5 months to congestive heart failure.
Mm.
And you started adding more stress on top of her. It was freezing cold out there. And she was standing out there. And she was trying to get to her paraplegic son. Because all he can do is use his voice. And he was calling for his mama to come. Because he didn't want to be shot or nothing thrown in through his window. See, somebody could have lost their life this morning.
Yep, sure could. Yep. Sure could. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It could have been I feel like the situation could have been handled differently, just like you had spoken earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you was looking for my nephew, we would have opened the door for you like we do any other time you didn't come here. These young people, you know how these men be, these young men be. They don't, they have these girls and they, fall for these girls. They don't just be here from sometimes.
It's a catch-22, and it can put family members in bad situations where innocent people can get hurt, right?
Right.
So
See, because his mom is deceased.
exactly.
So we all he got,
Hmm.
besides his daddy and his loved ones on that side of the family. But for this mother wise, he looked to his aunties.
Yeah, it can be very complicated, a situation like that, and like we said, this could happen to anybody. It don't necessarily mean it's a certain person that this situation can happen to. It can happen to anybody. Um, so um, the repercussions of us, of us looking down on it, and you actually given me a different perspective of what we keep being told in these type of stories. So I'm saying to anybody who sees this, unless you personally know that person and you know they do certain things, we have to kind of scale back on being judgmental, because I know I'm one. That's why I can say it. I'm that type of person. I can say it, right? Because we watched some of those videos when they come in there with them big things of drugs and stuff. When we probably find out, now that you said it the way you said it, you told your story, maybe lots of times them drugs that they quote unquote confiscate, they don't, it's probably something they probably took out the damn locker room. I mean, out the evidence locker, to make it look like they done got something. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? They think they did something, and like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Anyway, to humiliate, marginalize, impoverished people, they'll do it because that's what they get off on. Oh, we took some drugs off the street. So whenever y'all see these type of videos and them standing around in their hands and they proud and they got the guns out and they looking like they posing with it and stuff, be careful with that. Be very careful with that. Because the truth might not all be there. The truth might not always be in that picture. Even though they say a picture, what, tells 1,000 words or whatever that is, don't necessarily mean that's the truth. Now, everything on that table did not belong to him. It belonged to several different people, but they made it look like it belonged to him. And then they had the audacity talking about pending charges, even when that stuff wasn't even his. So he's not allowed to have his own money. That's against the law, you know. He can't have his own money because all the other stuff wasn't his. Uh-huh. Yeah. And he need to get it back when his time is up. When his time is up. And if that was not his, that has nothing to do with him. If that bag of weed wasn't his, and it was his, it was a friend or whoever it was, then he ain't got to worry about that. That ain't his worry. He should be able to get his money back. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because that whole thing could have went different. And everybody out there making their comments and talking and whatever, watch the video and then watch this show again. Okay? If you want to get the whole story. And quit listening to Urban Cast. Because Urban Cast be telling, he take right from the news. He don't do no type of investigation. He don't do
And
his
see,
own
that's the
investigation.
you're right, and that's my thing with Urban Cast. Just last week, when my sister gave them the okay to post the story, and you call yourself wanting to help his mother, and then here come a few weeks later, you post some stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's in God forgive me, Lord. I don't
Y'all
want
gonna
to
learn
cuss.
about that damn
Oh,
Shannon McManus, and y'all gonna learn about that damn Urban Cast.
and here come this week. You know the address. You know this address.
Mm-hmm.
You know they know the Urban Cast knows this address, and that's what's so upsetting about it.
No, it's not upsetting because we be trying to tell y'all don't want to listen to us. We know Urban Cast.
I know they don't know. They don't know.
I'm letting you know, whoever don't know Urban Cast, stay away from them. I'm being honest with you. We might not tell it like y'all like to hear it, but we ain't gonna come over there. We ain't gonna be trying to play in your face just to get a news story out of you. That's for damn sure.
Views and likes. Views and likes.
We ain't for all that. We're not for that. That's not what we do over here. We give y'all the information. You do what you can with it. That's what we do. That's all we have always done. But yeah, you got to come to a point where no, y'all got to know who's real news. Okay? Because we ain't got no reason to hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. We want to just make sure that information get out there, and we want to make sure you got a platform. That was the whole purpose of Universal Collective Network, giving you guys a voice, giving you an opportunity to come on here and talk and get your stories out. This was the whole purpose behind Universal Collective Network. And for 9 years, as of December 11th, which I didn't know that was our anniversary. I forgot it was our anniversary. Not that I didn't know, I forgot. 9 years we've been doing the same thing. 9 years we've been doing the same thing right here on this Facebook, on this book face, as they say. Everybody ain't your friend. Just because they black don't mean they're your friends, especially Urban Cast. Urban Cast ain't black people's friends, never have been. So quit running over there telling them everything, because they're, like you said, likes and views. That's what rolls and makes them their money, is likes and views. We don't charge nothing over here. I need to, but we don't.
No, not a thing. And people, I don't know why they be so quick to think that it's a payout over here. Ain't no payout over here. People do what they do out the kindness of their heart to give back and help the community. And that's another thing that burned me up.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody ain't looking for a handout.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, Urban Cast didn't post anything, and the only reason why they posted, because that was his granddaughter father. The only reason he okay, about Darius. Okay. Got you. I still don't like Urban Cast. She said Suburban Cast. I still like them.
Yes,
I
indeed.
don't like them. I know their past and what they've done in the past. But people do, just like your sister said, people run over there and they'll give them their story. When he's just doing it for likes and views. He don't give two shits about nobody. He don't. That's it. That's how Jack is. And he know already. So you ain't got to run over there and tell him. He already know. He's about likes and views. He ain't got no sympathy for nobody. Unless they white. I'm just saying. He don't care about us. We worked with him for a long time before Tavares discovered what he was doing. That was Tavares who told me. And I argued him down. No, he's not. No, he's not. And Tavares' mom, come to find out, guess what, Miss Latasha? He a damn Pisces, just like Tavares. That's why Tavares knew.
Yes, indeed.
I I said, oh hell, no wonder Tavares knew that, because he knew it.
And my son is a Pisces, so I know how they work.
Mm-hmm.
And when my son talk, I listen.
Now, look, I can't stand listening to Tavares, but he was right.
A lot of times my son be that way too, but he be right. He be right when I just really sit back and think. He be right, and I be having to tell him, you was right.
Yeah, yeah. And that was Mr. Chark that did that Uncle Willie. But I'm on live at 5. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, we don't do none of them over there. We done had our rounds with them. We done battled with them suckers. We don't deal with them, none whatsoever. Have nothing for them. Not nothing. Zilch. I'm like this. I see you in the streets. You might have a flat tire. Guess what? I'm gonna keep walking. I'm not gonna stop. That's how I feel about that whole crew over there. I will not stop. I will not shed a tear. None whatsoever. I won't even look their way if I don't have to. Period. That's just how I feel about them. Because I know the damage they did to the citizens here, to the Black community here. I will never forget what they did to the Black community here. So I don't have nothing for them. I'm just that person. I'm not no. I ain't got nothing for them. Yep, they can have a flat tire, and I can have a brand new tire that'll fit their car, and got all the tools to fix it. And I won't. I'll take my tire and keep rolling. Probably even laugh at them if I see them. That's just me. Not everybody else have to have that feeling. I do toward them, because I know what they did. Okay? So, like I said, we don't have no dog in the fight. We over here to give you information. And if you have a story to share, because you cannot tell your story everywhere. Okay? You don't tell your story everywhere. We give you that opportunity to tell your story over here. And we're not asking nobody to give us nothing. Been doing it for a long time.
That's right. Okay? That's right.
Long time. Almost longer than some people stay together with their significant others.
That's sure right.
She said,
that's true.
Yeah, look,
it's true.
Look, honey, that's that Aquarius. Aquarius, they call us detached. Our feelings are detached. Sometimes I get detached. Nah, I don't have no feeling. When you do some shit to us as a people, because no matter how our people is, they still are people. Okay? Not all of them. Because I don't claim, and I don't pull up no people who be kissing and hugging on and loving on white folks. I'm talking about our people. I'm talking about the ones who don't know the things that they need to know. Those are my people. Them the ones that I concentrate on and want to help and want to get them to educate them. Other ones, I don't care about them. I don't. And especially when you're a sellout, I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. And those are sellouts over there. I don't deal sellout. I don't do sellouts. Okay? And they can get offended and mad all they want. I don't care. I don't. None whatsoever. Those type people, they opportunists. And I can't do with them. I can't mess with them. She said, she calls you Satan. If you gotta go low. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Look, you ain't gotta be dignified over here.
Oh, she's saying I call her Satan. Yeah. That's her nickname. That's what I got her in under my phone when she called. Satan. And then she want to turn around and call me Damon. I said, I don't know who that is. That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying.
Yes, indeed. These people, no, indeed. We going into this new year. We almost mid-month. We 3 days from mid-month. 3 days from mid-month. Already in January, y'all. January will be flipping in, turning around, and February will be done knocked at the door.
Yeah.
Let's make this year a good year for everybody.
That's right.
Everybody should be coming up. Everybody should be doing some things. Because
that's what I'm focused on, and nothing else other. focused on that, making
Mhm.
it better for me and mine.
Exactly.
And whoever else that want to join along, they more than welcome. But you got to be righteous.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
ain't trying to do nothing with yourself, I ain't
Get
got
away.
time for that. Don't
That's
waste
right.
my time.
Hey, Nat.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
How you
We doing
Everybody
doing?
doing? I'm doing all right. Mr. Toshi, if they said a man kept on calling her this morning, we was on the since this morning, baby girl.
Yeah, they did. They did. They told me. They told me. And I appreciate that. They
Well,
told me.
we're not gonna let a soldier go. Just don't
No.
do it like that.
And my legs
It's
swelled up,
just
but I walked up them steps. I walked up
yes,
them
ma'am.
steps. My legs swole. I'm going into surgery Thursday. But
Yes, ma'am.
that's all
But
right.
see, the people that do anything to try to make themselves look good. You
Mhm.
have registered guns, legal marijuana, and money. So what was wrong?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what was wrong? Registered guns, legal marijuana, because you can get that marijuana right off Bowden Avenue at the PO box.
Mhm.
That's the law. That's the law. And then marijuana, not even no crime no more, because I think they reclassified that.
Mhm.
So this stuff right here, it's election time, and whatever they can do to make it look good, they'll try to make it look good.
Mhm.
We know the scams, we know the schemes and everything. You see, so they and people don't when people don't know, they'll say anything. You see, and so what they're doing is trying to make something. They're trying to make y'all. Oh, they are chopper. No, all that stuff legal. Well, I could listen. Sometimes I have money on me, so if I got enough money like that, am I wrong? No. Sometimes I got to go do something.
Yep.
So people just make all this stuff up and try to make it seem like people are bigger than what really are. That's just what they do.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
just what they do, and that's how they try to. Like I said, it's damn near like they're trying to buck break somebody, put them out in
Yeah.
front
That's
of
what.
other
Yeah.
people, and say, "Hey,
The humiliation.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't you do, yeah, humiliation thing. Don't you do this, But now here's the caveat to everything. The real criminals are the. What about the sex traffickers over there, right there, that hospital over there?
That's right. That's
They
right.
they trading women for dope.
Mhm.
That's no big deal. You see, so yeah, Johnson did. That's what we know what they try to do. And we know what they're doing. But like
Yeah,
I said,
because
what they don't know is I know your people. I know your husband.
right,
He ain't having it.
right.
He ain't having it, Jack. I've been knowing him since I was 13 years old. He ain't playing it. So they can run that game on somebody that don't know y'all, but they can't run it on me. That's a fact. He ain't having it.
Because
He got to move around with that.
when they came, I mean, everybody that was in here just about was elders, was 40
See?
and up. And you got
Yeah,
these people have, sicknesses,
yeah.
congestive heart failure, different things going on with them.
Yes, ma'am. Josh, one day it was a big write-up in the paper about me. I went to jail. Illegal use of a firearm by a convicted felon, dog fighting, attempted murder, and domestic violence. Guess what? I never when this happened, I wasn't married. I wasn't no convicted felon because I was in college playing football. But I got a cousin with the same name. I could not tell them people that wasn't me because they didn't want to hear. I say, how am I convicted felon with a firearm and I play football in college? Yeah, you are you. No, you got the wrong person. No, they all say that. Well, I'll tell you what, let me stay here. Only person got me out was the bailiff. Looked at not the bailiff, the jailer. He said, man, why you not at football practice? I said, I'm in jail. He said, for what? I said, convicted felon. He said, you went from high school to college. Why are you a convicted felon? I said, tell Officer Winstein there. The lady that I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Took me to jail without no explanation. Then they say I got busted with 2 keys of cocaine. No, it was Danny Payne. It was Danny Payne. But they don't take time to look up I have a cousin with the same name. My daddy got the same name. But as long as it look good on paper and they get a headline out of it, that's what they take and run with it. And you know what? Them people didn't even say they apologized for taking me to jail. They never said they was wrong, but they took me to jail. So that's what they do. That's what they do. He'll convict the felon. How do you convict the felon? Y'all just saw me on TV the other day. But that's so the game that they play, they want headlines and they get headlines for to use these statistics when it come down to election time. You see, election time they go say, "Oh, look what we did." You see, so we know the games. A lot of people don't know them. A lot of people do. You see, and here's why they got all these unsolved murders they can have people working on.
Right.
Plenty unsolved murders. Plenty unsolved murders. Oh, I forgot. They're undermanned, so they're not working on that right there. See how I don't even add up?
Yeah, they had a whole SWAT team at her house at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. Don't even add up.
Yeah, they was here before the sun, Shay. They was here before the sun, Shay. And it was freezing cold.
Well, I tell
and
you,
all that for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the taxpayers got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Taxpayers got to pay for it. That's what they're thinking anyway. Taxpayers gonna pay for it. So what? We'll send all kind of stuff in there. Taxpayers gonna pay for it. We don't have to. You see, but what they got? Nothing. Guns that's registered guns.
Yeah. I couldn't see myself walking around with a legal firearm. I know my laws.
Yeah.
I know my laws.
They're not gonna tell the media that that's registered. You see, they're not gonna tell the truth on it. They're not gonna tell the fact that they had a medical card for this marijuana. You see, like the movie Training Day, it ain't what you know, is what you tell people. And that's it ain't what you know is what you can prove. There's all kind of stuff like that, and they want to make folks guilty in the public eye.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all.
They want to take your reputation down. That's what they do. They want to humiliate you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Over the most stupidest shit.
Yeah, because Lord forbid they ever try to catch me on there. Oh, he's this, he's that. I am whatever you say I am.
That's right. That's what you tell them. If you think that's what I am, that's what I am.
Yeah, that's what I am. I'm not even arguing no more. So, but I guess it's been a Monday for all of us, Tasha.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Tasha. Check this out, Tasha. I got fired from my job today.
I know you did.
Yeah, I got fired.
You didn't. I know you did.
Yeah, I got fired. I'm like, okay. Oh yeah, they want me to sleep in the freezing truck. Man, I wouldn't give a man. I'm not dying like that, Jack. They want you to turn the truck off and sleep in it while it's cold or hot. Yeah, y'all can fire me. I'm not doing it, Jack. But look, the thing about truck driving though, as long as your license is clean, you have another job in 15 minutes. Well, I beat the record. I had 1 in 10. I had 1 in 10. Yeah, I had 1 in 10. Yeah, man. I ain't sleeping in nothing. But that's just how it goes.
Yeah, that's life.
We can't put ourselves in position to depend on nobody.
Yeah.
Because if you depend on them, they'll let you down every time.
Mm-hmm.
So them firing me didn't bother me not one bit. Matter of fact, after they fired me, I went out and ate. I wouldn't sit down, got me something to eat. Because I got enough FU money to say F you, going on about my business. Yeah, I'm going to eat. Y'all not going to worry about me. I'm not going to worry about nothing that I don't supposed to worry about. And a job is a job. And a job pay you just enough to be broke. So goddamn, I ain't worrying about nothing. You see, so I'm up here laughing, But Tasha, you just keep your head up, and you tell everybody to keep their head up, and y'all just keep on doing what y'all doing, cause y'all, like I say, if they gonna find something in her house that's illegal, It must be a lighter for her cigarettes. That's about the only thing they gonna find.
And you know what? And now that you mentioned that, they had me out there. They had me out there looking like that, and I didn't even have no cigarette. And I needed me one. I say, this not like back in the old days where we used to smoke in here.
Yeah, they used to give
you can't smoke in there. You can't smoke in there no more. And I needed me a cigarette. I did.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that woman, she got a cigarette. That's the only thing she got in there. Cigarette and grandkids.
That's
What's wrong there?
That's it.
Cigarettes and grandkids.
That's all I got for them. That's all I got. Because I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't trying to do nothing that's gonna have me having to give my money to them. When I could be giving it to when I could be giving it to my grandkids.
Yeah, we get too old to go to jail. I know I am. Man, I ain't going to no jail. No, So, yeah, but if you didn't have nowhere to voice your to say what really happened, they'll just make it seem like what it was, and it ain't nothing like that.
Exactly. Exactly. You're right. If you didn't speak up for yourself. And
at this age I am, and anybody that know me, they'll tell you, I'm a loner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with sitting alone by myself. And it ain't that I don't love nobody or I don't care about people. And, my family, that's one thing they know. And, people that I talk to, that's one thing they know. And it ain't many people I talk to. And, unless I go out, and they see me out and about getting grocery or, at the doctor somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows me. And then, so don't feel like, well, I don't care about you. It's just that I'm comfortable with being in my own company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have to have a crowd to, enjoy myself. I don't.
Exactly.
I could sit just me and my cigarettes and, watching my politics and watching Investigation ID. I like to watch, stuff
like
that's
me.
going on in the world that's happening for real.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, you keep your head up. If you want to stay on, you can. I want to play this video from Nat real quick about the process. I'm glad you were able to come tell your story
and I thank y'all for allowing me to do so.
You're welcome. Look, and tell your sisters, don't be running over the Urban Cast. I'm telling you right now, they put views. They're about views. Okay.
I tells them. I do.
So
and they
go ahead.
They starting to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
They starting to figure it out. Sometimes when you get tired of telling people stuff, you just got to sit back and let them find out.
That's right. That's right.
They'll get it sooner or later. They'll get it. I just pray that they don't wait till it's too late.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
That's all I can do.
So we're going to play this video real quick by Nat talking about the process. Nat jumped off real quick. I wish he'd come back. Nat, if you hear me, come on back. So this is a video about the process, talking about how it works in the city council, because that's very important. So I'm going to put this video up. Guys, listen in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Miss Latasha. I guess I'll see you Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night if you're available. She going on me. Okay.
Just stop. Yeah, just stop for a minute. Clean out my truck for a minute. Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing? Anyway, I hope everybody's doing
halfway decent anyway. I know some of y'all probably watching the game or games, stuff like that. But hey, it's understandable. It's y'all time. So I just want to explain to you guys about the process of making Alexandria better. I know some of you may say, well, there's no hope. But everything has hope. You just got to be willing to put a little work into it. That's what I think. If it was an enemy of mine that rose up against me, I could have guarded against it, but it was an old familiar friend. It's an old familiar friend. I'm waiting to see if a friend of mine would be able to come on here so we could explain it better to you guys. The process of what we as citizens could do to make Alexandria a better place. Yeah. So, hey, Miss Dixon, how you doing? Hello, Miss Linda. I'm trying to see it. My fella, my young friend of mine will come on here. Okay, he's not on here. Yeah, no problem. I know plenty of people won't come up here. How you doing, Miss Linda? Hope everything's okay. But I want to explain to the people that if you can hear me, just let me know. I'm trying to explain to the people that when we vote these people in office, we have to vote people in office that's damn near on the same accord. Because if you don't, then you don't get what you really need in your districts. Yeah, you don't really get what you need in your districts. And what I'm saying about that is, if you have more of the people that's pulling for District 4 and 5, and they're not pulling for District 1, 2, and 3, then we will never get what we need in Districts 1, 2, and 3. So with that being said, we can't put all the blame on just one councilman in each district. If you once again, I'm explaining to you. We have 5 districts. We have District 1, District 2, District 3, District 4, and District 5. And we have 2 city councilmen at large. 2 city councilmen at large. Now, with these city councilmen at large, they are for the betterment of the whole Alexandria. They should be. They should be. Understand what I'm saying? They should be for the betterment of the whole Alexandria. But some of them are not. Now, if I was a councilman, say over District 1, and I put a resolution on the agenda to get better housing. And I say, hey, look, man, we need better housing in Alexandria. And we have to take a vote on it. It's 7 people taking that vote. It's 7 people taking that vote. It's me in District 1, somebody in District 2, somebody in District 3, somebody in District 4, and somebody in District 5, and the 2 city councilmen at large. That's 7 people. So I say, well, hell, look, I'm going to put this on the agenda. We need better housing. Now, District 1, yes. I know I need better housing because I put it on the agenda. District 2, yes. They need better housing also. They vote yes. And District 3 vote yes. Now, here's where it gets tricky at. District 4 and 5, they vote no. And they say no, we don't think that should be, we don't think that should be right. Now, we still got them beat because it's 3-2. But the city councilman at large, who's supposed to be for the whole Alexandria, when they get into the fray, when they put their vote in the hat, then that's where it gets tricky. So now we already got 3-2 with all the districts. But if both of the city councilmen vote no, then that's 4-3. Now we don't get no better housing. So do y'all blame me because we don't get no better housing? I'm trying with all my might to get better housing. I'm trying. I put it on the agenda. I hope everybody would vote for it. And then they say no, they don't vote for it. So why blame me? You see, you shouldn't blame me because, hey, I'm trying my best to get better housing, but I don't have the votes from the people that represent District 4, 5, and city councilmen at large. Now, the city councilmen at large, they should have voted yes for this. Hello, Miss Salita. I don't see you on here, but I saw your finger thing. The city councilmen at large, they should have voted yes for this because remember, they are responsible for the whole city of Alexandria. They should be responsible for the whole city of Alexandria. They have the obligation to be responsible for the whole city of Alexandria. The whole city of Alexandria voted them in. Those are facts. Now, so they say no, we don't need it. So they voted my plan down. And now everybody in the district, man, now you ain't shit. You big black ugly mother. Yeah, we knew you wasn't shit. Yeah, you ain't doing nothing right. Now they don't understand that I got other folks that's voting no. Man, that you ain't nothing but old sellout. Man, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing to get nothing out of district. Look at you. You sorry. Well, wait a minute. I'm trying my best here. No, man, you ain't doing nothing. Wait, why y'all mad at me? What about the city councilman at large that voted no for it? Oh, that ain't their fault. Man, y'all hurt my feelings, man. I'ma quit. I quit. Yeah, I'm running away. I'm going to cry. Yeah, y'all can't do me like this, and I'm trying. But listen, here's the deal. A miseducated person, when it comes down to stuff like this, that's what people want. Because they don't want you to really see who's responsible for it, because they know that you think I'm responsible for not doing nothing. But I'm trying, and y'all picking on me. Man, y'all talking about my mama, y'all talking about it. I remember I knew he wasn't gonna be nothing. I don't know why he voted him in there. Man, y'all hurting my feelings. I'm crying. I can't take it no more. All because y'all don't understand the process. Y'all don't even understand that I'm trying. Y'all just saw the fact that I didn't get it done. Y'all didn't even understand that they voted no for it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all picking on me. Then y'all talking about me. Yeah, and then y'all go call me African booty scratcher. Yeah, that's the first thing y'all call me. The black African booty scratcher. Oh man, don't do me like this. I'm trying. But then y'all don't want to come to none of my meetings when I have the meetings. When I have the neighborhood meetings, y'all don't want to come to my neighborhood meetings. But y'all want to talk about me because y'all think that I'm not doing nothing. You don't see me putting on nothing on the agenda because you don't come to the city council meetings. So you hold me accountable for their actions. You don't even take in consideration that I'm trying my damnedest to make sure everything gets done right. But yet still you put all the blame on me and you won't say nothing to the city councilman at large. You're just plain poor on me. Yeah, that black African booty scratch, I knew he wasn't going to be nothing. Okay, now that's one scenario. Understand that. We have that scenario. We have a 3-4 vote. And they won. They said no, so now we can't get it. Now y'all gonna put all the blame on me because I didn't do it. Because I couldn't make it happen. Because I wasn't a Superman. So you pick on me. You talk about my people. You call me a black African booty scratcher. That's what you do. Okay, so we got that scenario. And now here's another scenario. I put it on the agenda again. Next 6 months. Hey, look, we need some better housing. And we vote for it again. Now it's a 4-3. We win 4-3. District 1, I said yes. District 2 said yes. District 3 said yes. And District 4 said yes because they're trying to run for re-election. So they're trying to make everything look good on their end. So we got a 4-3 vote. Yay, hip, hip, hooray. We won. But now guess what? The mayor goes and vetoes it. Well, I don't think that we need affordable housing in Alexandria. I think apartments are good enough. You can build equity in apartments, is what somebody said. So we're going to veto this. Man, what? But this for the whole city. Yeah, but I don't think it's right. And we lose again. We lose that round. But now we go back to the drawing board. We say, hey, y'all, let's take a count and see if we can override the mayor. We got to have 5 votes to make sure we override the mayor, period. So we go back and we say, okay, we're going to override the mayor. Boom, we override him. We get the 5 votes we need. We get all 4 city council. We got 4 city councilmen and one of the city councilmen at large say, okay, yes, we're going to override the mayor. But history shows that when you override these mayors, they take your ass to court. So now, after we override the mayor, they spend taxpayers' money. Now remember, when they spend money, it's not their money that they're spending. It's the taxpayers' money that they're spending. So they really don't give a damn. I mean, they really don't give a care how much money that they spend because it's not their money. So we go to court in this long, drawn-out process, and who knows how long it takes, but the longer it takes, the more money that they spend. Understand what I'm saying? The longer the process, the more money that they spend, which don't bother them because it's not their money. So, boom, we go to court. The court say he agrees with the mayor. So, boom, now we can't get affordable housing. I tried my best, and here y'all go. You African booty scratcher? Yeah, you tar baby? You 4-eyed fool? Man, y'all gonna call me all kinds of names, but y'all still don't understand the fact that I tried. Y'all just don't see it happening because that's what y'all don't see. Y'all don't come to the city council meetings. Y'all don't come to the meetings when I have the meetings at about every 2 months. Y'all don't come to that, so y'all don't even know what's going on, but y'all will call me names. But see, once again, I said, if you are miseducated to this process, then you will call me a name. Because if you was educated to this process, you'll tell me to keep on pushing, baby. Now we have two scenarios where we got voted no. Okay. Now here's another scenario. I put it on the agenda and we put money in the budget to have these houses. And we get a 4-3 thing and we pass it. And the mayor don't veto it. But he takes the money out of the budget and places that money, or in a big term, allocates that money to somewhere else. So although I passed it, the mayor still have the authority to put that money somewhere else. So now I still don't get the housing that I want because the mayor decided to allocate that money towards somewhere else. So y'all don't see me trying, y'all just see me failing. Now we can go back and do this again another 6 or 7 months, so many times, and we can get a 5-2 vote. Now, what's going on, Captain? What's going on? I'm steady trying to educate folks about the process. Now, if we get this 5-2 vote, and it's a complete yes, and then we make sure that the mayor keeps it in his budget, then we win. Then we win. But you have to know the process. The process is to make sure that your councilman puts something on that agenda that affects your neighborhood in a positive way. Not your neighborhood, your district. If your city councilman is not putting a damn thing on that agenda, that's a problem. I think a pastor right now would say something like, follow me, if you please. If they're not putting nothing in that agenda to help their district, they are the problem. If the city councilman at large is not trying to put nothing to better the whole Alexandria, they are the problem. If the city councilman at large vote against something that will positively affect the citizens of Alexandria, they are the problem. If you see me trying, if you come to these meetings, if you watch these city council meetings, and you see that I'm putting stuff on the agenda, and you see that people is voting this agenda down, then you make sure that they know that, hey, something ain't right. We got to get them. We got to get them people out of office. We got to get those city councilmen at large out of office because they're not voting in the right way that makes a positive impact on District 1, 2, and 3. But see, what y'all need to be saying is y'all want some of this earth. At least twice a month, Miss Alita. So you can't blame the councilman when the other people voting it down. You can't blame the councilman when the mayor is vetoing everything that they put forth and that to try to better Alexandria. Like Jeff Hall. Why wouldn't he want two ambulance services in Alexandria? I don't know. To me, it's good. All the killing we got, hey, at least nobody won't be laying on the ground that long. Come scoop them up, get them out the way. You see, it sounds harsh, but that's basically what it is. So he decided when the councilman passed it, he said, oh, hell no. I'm vetoing y'all. Well, Jeff, we just voted. It'd be good for the whole city. I don't give a damn. I'm vetoing y'all. Well, Jeff, what about everybody? I don't give a damn about nobody. It's me, Jeff Hall, and nobody else. And then guess what? They overruled him. And then he say, God damn it, I'll take y'all to court. Ain't that something? So he took taxpayers' money to take them to court for something that that could have helped the taxpayers. That don't make no sense to me. But it seems like that the current mayor and the previous mayor, if you do something that will help the city of Alexandria, you will be took to court because they think they are the process. Now that's one process we got right there. I'm gonna tell you another process I thought about. We have this thing called the RPEC and the DPEC. They get the best candidates for the Republican side, RPEC, and the DPEC get the best candidate for the Democratic side. I think that's right. Am I right, Mr. Leader? I think it is. So now, the process with that is they supposed to be telling Alexandria who's the better candidate to pick for mayor, for somebody to go in District 2 race, for somebody to go in District 4 race, and for the city council for the city councilman at large. That's a process that nobody really don't want to talk about in Alexandria. And when you talk about that DPEC, well, people really don't know that it's there. So that's why I always get in trouble for what somebody else says, because that is the truth. The DPEC's supposed to be pushing this stuff as hard as we're pushing this stuff. I think Pastor Clark will say right about now, follow me, if you please. Follow me, if you please. The DPEC supposed to be telling y'all who's the best candidate for the job right about now. Listen, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Every race that we have when it involves Democrat and Republic, the DPEC supposed to be telling the people who's the best person for the job. I don't think I'm lying. I think I'm telling. If I ain't lying, that means I'm telling the truth. So we need to find out who's the people on the DPEC board and tell these people, hey, who's the best candidate for us to vote for? Oh, see, it's a process. See, listen, y'all, when the process starts, it's just not, it's a long process. So we got two processes here. The people that's listening, we need to tell the DPEC to step up and show out. Tell the DPEC, hey, well, ask them, who's the best man for the job? It's a process, y'all. It's a process. And sometimes I lose hair worried about the process at nighttime. I lose hair worried about the process. But if we don't understand the process, we're miseducated, and when we are miseducated, then goddamn it, we're mistreated. Boy, you don't hear me. Well, dismantle it, dear Ms. McCall. So once again, y'all, if we're miseducated, then we'll make wrong decisions and then we'll wind up being mistreated. So all I'm talking about is the process right now. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. The voting process. And y'all, listen, I came up, y'all seen that house I came up in, and I came up in the shotgun house. And I've been voting since I've been old enough to think, when I think about it. When we wanted to watch TV, it was 3-1. Hey, y'all gonna have a vote. Y'all want to watch this? You gotta raise your hand. If you don't raise your hand. So when we want to watch Good Times, everybody raise their hand. If you don't want to watch Good Times, just sit out, wait till the next 30 minutes up. So it's a voting process then with me and my brothers and sisters. So what I'm saying, y'all, is the process is a long, drawn out process. The process starts with registering people to vote. Inform them of somebody that will be in their best interest. Take them to the polls. and then make sure that the person that you vote in office stands up for the things that you need. And if it don't stand up for what you need, then there's another process called a recall. Follow me, if you please. A recall is when you could get a percentage of the people to sign a petition to get that person out of office. That's a recall. But we have to understand this process. It's a long, drawn out process. But if you are guided in the right way, and if you're educated in the right way, then you could win in the end. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. So we have to understand the process. The process is not to get a mayor in office to take the city councilman to court. $250,000 is what they showed you that Mayor Hall spent on lawyer fees. That's just one lawsuit. $250,000, they could have put some equipment in some of these parks. Follow me. $250,000 could have funded cameras in Alexandria for at least 5 years. I know I ain't lying, Mr. Leader, because the cameras only cost $500 some a year. So if you spend $250,000 on goddamn lawyers, and you don't spend $250,000 on cameras to help the shortage of police in Alexandria. Understand what I'm saying? We have a shortage of police in Alexandria. You spend $250,000 on something, a lawsuit that was helping the citizens, and you didn't even come up with $250 to help with no cameras. Oh, Lord, wait a minute. And listen, all I'm talking is facts. That's all I'm talking. I ain't talking about he say, she say. I'm talking about pure defects. Pure defects. We have a shortage of police. That's a fact. You spend $250,000 on cameras. That's a fact. Project NOLA camera costs $500 a year. Those are facts. So now, if they're all facts, see, facts don't care about feelings. You know how many cameras of how many years you could have put that $250,000 to the side and say, hey, this is allocated for the safety of the citizens? Think about that. $250,000 could have been allocated to the citizens. You could have done that for 1 year. Then the next 4 years, you could have done it. Also, that $250,000 would have went a long way, but yet and still you put it on fighting the city councilman for ambulance services. All I'm doing is stating facts. Y'all put $14 million to Johnny Downs, and y'all don't even think about the safety of the citizens of Alexandria. $500. Y'all could have put damn near 30 cameras in Alexandria. 30 times 500. We're looking at 30 times 500. Say we're looking at $6,000. No, we're looking at 60,000. No, I can't do the math. Y'all know ain't that smart. But 30 times 3 times 5. That's 150. Yeah, say 15,000. Say 15,000. Yeah, I know 3 times 5 is 15. We add 2 zeros on there. Yeah, I know that much. So we say we're looking at 30 cameras times $1,500 times $500. We're looking at $15,000. 30 cameras at $500. If y'all might want to get y'all calculator. I ain't that smart, but boy, I know one thing. 3 times 5 is 15. Yeah, so yeah, we're looking at $15,000. Now, mind you, they spent $250,000 on lawyer fees, and didn't spend a damn thing on the concerns or safety of the people from Alexandria. See the process? That's the process. We were hoodwinked. So we have to have people in office to get a 5-2 vote. And if the mayor takes us to court behind our citizens, behind the citizens of Alexandria, then you have the right to petition and do a recall. If these city councilmen at large don't vote in the way to help make the city better, then you have the right to do a recall. It's the process. We'll start with the first process, the first step of the process, to register to vote. And if you are registered to vote, make sure that you're not knocked off of the voting thing, because they're going to do something crazy. We don't know exactly what it is, but they're going to do something. If you're registered to vote, and if you won't change, register somebody else to vote. Get that 17-year-old that can vote when he makes 18. If you make 18 before the election, then get him in there so he can vote also. Because believe it or not, this affects him also. What we do today affects the next generation. Because remember, they got into this DG Hunter deal, MISO deal, whatever that is, and it affects people behind us. So we have to make sure that we put people in the right seat for the best process to help the next generation that comes. Register to vote. If you have a young person by 17 or 18, register them to vote. Long as they could vote before the election, then they're okay. Make sure that you're on the voting roll. Know where to vote. Get it down packed now. Know where to vote now. Don't wait until later on. Learn that stuff right now. Because you know Lizzie Felcher, with her gerrymandering, kind of made it hard for people to know where to vote. Take people to the polls to vote. Educate people on the person is best for the job. We don't put nobody in there that, hey, he my friend and he cool. Cool and my friend don't have a damn thing to do. Look, let me tell you something. Demetri Williams is a damn good friend of mine. Chance Winchester is a damn good friend of mine. But I'm not going to say they go fly an airplane. And both of them drive trucks. What I'm supposed to say? Hey, that's my dog. You know how to fly that airplane. Yeah, okay. Jamal Johnson, damn good friend of mine. Jamal Johnson drives trucks. Jamal Johnson is not an airplane pilot. And I'd be a damn fool to say, hey, hire Jamal to drive your fly your airplane. Because that's my friend. And you know what you're going to say? Oh, no, Captain, I ain't doing that. So what I'm saying now, y'all, is learn the process. Understand the process. So when you say your councilman haven't done nothing for you, look up and see what that councilman put on the agenda. And if they put something on the agenda that will better Alexandria, would you understand it? Or would you say, hey, man, I apologize for saying what I said? Put some on. If they haven't put no, because listen, some ain't putting nothing on the agenda. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. Some of them ain't putting shit on the agenda. One of them said that, oh, we got to get a statue made of Charles Smith, Frederick Smith, whatever his guy name in Peabody, Coach Smith. We got to get him a statue. What you just said? Yeah, we got to give him a statue. Listen, Coach Smith is a damn good basketball coach. One of the best to do it in high school, if not the best. But him having a statue don't do a damn thing for District 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Now, maybe later on when you get a museum or something, yeah, that might be. But right now, that don't do nothing. And if that's what he's talking about, get him out of here. Yeah, get him out of here. Oh, y'all. Let me see y'all something. Yeah, I got one. Get him out of here. Go do your research and see what your councilman putting on the agenda. Go do your research and see who voted for what and how they voted. When Reddix voted against affordable housing in District 1, when Mr. Gerber Porter put that on the agenda, Mr. Reddix Washington voted no against it. And if I ain't mistaken, we don't have no brand new homes built in District 1. Not on Lebanon Street, not on Heinsohn Street, not on Monroe Street, not on Eastwood, not on Tennessee, not on Levin, not on 15th. And he voted no. I'm just saying. So y'all learn the process, execute the process, educate, input, and get it somebody else in education towards it. And let's make this happen. I got a long way to go. A short time to get there, but it ain't gonna get done till tomorrow. Cause I'm finna put my CPAP machine on. Yeah, I'm finna go to sleep. Yeah, t-shirt and my CPAP on. I don't tell you guys to share this stuff much. But right now, I'm gonna ask you guys to start sharing this stuff because I'm not friends with everybody in Alexandria. And the people that want to harm you don't want the information out there. And they'll hire somebody to look like me, the same skin tone, same grade of hair that looks like me, to try to make sure that we're all wrong. So I'm gonna ask to start sharing the information that we put out there so we can be shared amongst probably the whole city of Alexandria. I don't like doing it because it seems like I don't get paid off this stuff. But I want everybody to know, and I'm educated by one of the best. And there's an old lady live in Pineville in the projects. Yeah, that old lady live in Pineville in the projects. I go and I talk to her a lot. But you guys, y'all take it easy. I'm going to put my t-shirt and CPAP on, and y'all have fun. And good night. And share this if y'all got time. And if you're scared to, because y'all say y'all not in politics, remember when the light bill come, never mind.
Hear me, huh? I'm sorry, I was all muted. I'm just a talking. Again, let me say it again. That was our infamous Nat Turner. He is on a campaign to make sure you guys understand the voting process, how it works. We did it before. He's doing it now. He's doing it really early. October will be here before you know it. And we want to make sure that we get the right people in there, because again, even with your city council people, if they're not putting stuff on the agenda, you need to be either calling them, texting them, and tell them, this is what we need in our area. Can you see if you can get this on the agenda? That's all you need to do. If it's something you see in your district that is lacking, that you see in other districts, you need to ask, can they put it on the doggone agenda? You guys complain about the city councilman, but I don't see you guys saying to them the things that need to be said to them. When you don't show up at the city council meeting, it's the same thing. And I'm not saying everybody got to show up, but you guys text everybody all the time. Text your city councilman, get his number, her number. Hey, we want to talk about this. Can you see if you can get this on the agenda for us? Everybody don't have to need to know every move you make if you are communicating with your councilman, but the councilman needs to know that you're concerned about that area of your district, right? So it's up to you guys. And again, they're going to come out. They're going to come out in droves. Right now, they in the planning session. They doing a lot of secret planning, putting stuff together so they can come out full blasted. Okay? So definitely, you guys, this is the time to start just taking your time and going. You can go back and just go on the city website and go through the agendas, understand how the agendas work. Okay, look at what they vote for. If it's a candidate that you're really thinking about, you want to vote for, go back and look at their records, how they voted on certain issues. We can't do all of that for you. That's for you guys to do. And if you see a pattern of how they vote, like how Villard and Fowler votes against anything black, and it's a long, drawn out, like years of voting against black people, don't you think it's time for Villard to go to the House? You can't get rid of Fowler because he's District 5. But you can get rid of Villard because he's city councilman at large, just like Nat said. When it came to housing, he got upset at that last meeting. Anything that we try to do for ourselves, they are totally against it. That's why you stay on the butts and the heads of your council people. And anything that you see in your district that you need, you put it, you talk to your councilman and tell them you would like to see this on the what's name. So when they vote it down, you know exactly who voted it down. I'm just saying. So that's the responsibility of you, not anybody else. You're a grown adult. Nat is teaching you how to go about doing stuff. So there's no excuse for you saying you don't know nothing. And again, we holler, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with politics. Okay, that's lame and a dead excuse that y'all keep making. Let it go. Learn what you can learn so you're able to, if you ever want to go speak in front of the city council, you know what you're talking about. That's all it is. Civics is knowledge. That's something you should have gotten in high school. That's what this is. This is nothing but government and civics. That's all it is. So you don't have to be political to know where your money going. You don't have to be political. You don't have to be to ask questions about your money because it's your taxpayers' money. Despite what they say, we don't pay this and we don't pay that. We pay enough when we go to that damn grocery store. What's our percentage of taxes? 10% on every dime or every whatever penny we pay in taxes when we go to the grocery store. How much we pay in taxes when we go to these restaurants and keep them floating. When we sit up and when we get in these long lines at these new restaurants that's probably paying $7 an hour. Okay? You paying taxes regardless. You putting money back into the city regardless of what people say you're not doing. You are doing it. You're doing it in the grocery store, when you go to laundromat, when you go to doggone any shopping you do here in Alexandria, you're spending your money. So don't ever let someone tell you that you ain't paying taxes on anything. You are. Now, what they do with it is you don't have no jurisdiction over what they do with it. And if they spending it right, that ain't, you don't have nothing to do with that. You've already paid in it. Your paycheck, pay in it. When you get paid, some people have to pay to get their doggone check cashed. If they still doing checks. So please don't let nobody try to make you feel like you contributing to Alexandria. You are. Read that damn utility bill. That should tell you a lot right there that you contributing. So never let somebody make you feel bad about what you are contributing to Alexandria's taxes. You're doing it, okay? Now, what they do with it ain't got nothing to do with you. Obviously, they ain't doing the right thing with it because you ain't getting no damn return on your investment. 4.56 cents for every dollar, yeah, goes to the city. And y'all paying 10% on everything you touch. 10%. That's pretty high for sales tax. So don't ever let nobody feel like you ain't doing your part. You doing your part and more. And your kids is too. If you give them money and they go shopping, they paying sales tax too. And that's why you got a right to speak up. You got a right to say what you don't believe in and what you don't want to see in your district or what you want to see in your district. You got a voice. You ain't got to be political if that's what you want. Look, if that's what you want to see it as, not being political, that's up to you. But it's what it is. That's why I said it. If you don't want it to be political and you want to fake and fake yourself out to think it's not, oh, it is. But educate yourself on it. I was just reading an article just now talking about Cleo Field's going to go to 52 schools and teach civics and in government. Cleo Fields, your representative for District 6. All of a sudden now, everybody want to teach civics. But little old us that's been talking about this stuff for a long time, ain't nobody want to listen to us. Right? We even had Mr. Porter do classes on teaching you how to vote and everything. Y'all didn't even want to come to the classes. And then we want to sit up and complain about stuff? That's amazing. To me. You got free classes. You got a chance to eat because we always had food to get to learn something. I don't know. We'll see if we do that this year when it get warm because I ain't going out in the cold now. We'll see if we do a couple of those classes this year. And I invite anybody to come out. I don't care who it is. You can come out. But if you say something crazy, we ready for it. I'm just going to let you know that right now. We ain't taking nothing this year. 9 years in, we earned it. We ain't taking nothing. All right? So, you said, yep, that's right, politics. Raise the utility bills. That's right, it sure did. Raise the rates. Voted to change the rates for you guys. And they talking about it now. We showed you the video of what David said. David said, y'all need to hike up the utilities because you're not making enough money to maintain the utilities. They need to raise the rates. So if the rates go up for utilities, it's already been said it needed to be done. Because they got bills to pay. And that's basically what he was just saying. I mean, I'm just saying. That's like with the rent. The rent goes up because the landlord got bills to pay. He got a mortgage on that house you staying in. So he got to pay that mortgage. The interest rate done went up. So now he got to pay that mortgage. So they go up on the rent. Costs more to maintain it. Think about it. It's about return on investment. That ROI. So don't be surprised if the rent, they raise the utility. It's got to be voted on. But David spent an hour and something explaining why it needs to be done. Because he said y'all not putting enough in for what's coming out. He actually said that the utilities was in trouble. He said that. We didn't say it. That politics? Hell yeah, that's politics. So, we showed you that video too. Because that's what we over here to do. To keep you fully knowledge on what's going on in your area. So, I'm going to let you guys go. It's already 10:44. So we did 2 hours and 46 minutes, almost 3 hours. I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank Miss Latasha. I want to thank Lily. I want to thank all you guys for explaining us, getting that information out. What you say? He said the ox is in the ditch. Okay, I don't know what that means. Tell me what that means. That must be one of y'all Southern say-sos. I don't know what that is. He said the oxys. I don't know what that means. You got to explain that to me. You know, some of them Southern sayings, I'm not familiar with that. I don't remember my grandma saying that kind of stuff, or my mom. So you got to explain that to me. Yes, Miss Latasha. Yes. Thank you for explaining that to us. Okay. And if you didn't see it from the beginning, you guys can go back and watch it again. We had some technical difficulties earlier, but we kind of got it straightened out. That was what he said. Oh, that's what he said. So you don't know what it means? So you don't know what it means? Then what you repeating something you don't know what it mean, man? Shoot, I don't know what that mean either. But yeah, so make sure you guys go back and watch the beginning. You guys subscribe. I don't like to use the word follow. That bothers me. I don't want you guys following us. I just want you to subscribe to the page and look forward to doing another Cameron B. Frank show Wednesday. We should be back Wednesday. He said no. Okay. Okay, gotcha. But definitely thank you for hanging out with us. 10 abandoned us. I don't know if he went to sleep or what went on, but he said a couple of things. I couldn't hear him. He left. He went mute. So I don't know. Look, he act like Gary for a minute there, Mr. Johnson for a minute. He went mute on us. He been mute for the last hour or so. He might have fell asleep. But anyway, but thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. This was a great show. If you can, like I said, go back and watch it. If you haven't subscribed to Universal Collective Network, please do that. Please do that. We're going to continue doing this, but I'm going to say this, and I told y'all this last year. If you guys allow Jock Roy to get back in there, whatever happens from here on out, it's on y'all. Because we can close the showdown. If he gets back in there, we're closing the showdown. Can we be frank? Will be no longer. I'm just letting y'all know. That's our what's name. Because I think we've done enough. We've given you 9 years. 9 years. Woo! Of information, drama, laughing, having a good time, showing out, get arrested, getting cussed out, getting almost jumped, all for you guys. Just to get this info to you. But we enjoyed every moment of it. So you guys have a great night. We will be back Wednesday. And I'm going to have to say bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute before I go. I will never stop doing this. So I want to thank Miss Battles. I want to thank Miss Dixon. I want to thank Mr. Turner. I want to thank Miss Finley. I want to thank Miss Thomas. I want to thank Miss Colson. I want to thank, who else was in here with us tonight? Mr. T, you know you get that. Williams. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for hanging in out there. Thank you, Miss Dunbar. Let's see who else showed up and showed out. Let's see who else on our list that I want to make sure I get everybody. I said, oh, Miss Bell. Thank you, Miss Bell. Let's see here. Because that was a good show tonight. I got you, Mr. Turner. I got Miss Finley. Yep. You, Mr. Williams. Yeah, make sure I got everybody. Yes, that was everybody. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have a great night. We will try to see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.